All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We're going to be kicking it a little bit old school. Fantasy Grounds decided to do a little update on us. Seems to be causing a little bit of issues for us, but we'll persevere. So let's start with a little recap. Last session, the players found themselves in quite a skirmish. As they went to see exactly what was going on with the first public execution in many, many years. During this, the Crows attacked, the Brotherhood attacked, and chaos kind of ensued. During the skirmish, unfortunately, we lost one of our party members. Madison, our bard, playing Richado, rallied the people to his cause, and they started fighting back with their efforts, as well as the Merkava, and several citizens were able to kind of repel the attack. However, during that said skirmish, Brother Hawk was able to escape, but not for long. The party brought him down after the death of their comrade. We find the party overlooking the body of Richado. The players have the floor. Understood. Yep, let me load it. Sorry. camp.
Whatever that is.
Well, 15 by 15 times 5. Anyway.
Figuring it could be more of the enemy coming to attack, Hal's just going to be on guard.
And Isao is too busy with his thing.
Work.
Shizuka will have a hand on her rapier ready.
Seeing the mostly calmed down, and a mostly calmed down square and a small group remaining, you're going to see an relatively young Aarakocra meandering onto the square. Mostly.
Sorry, what's the name of the race?
First person.
Aarakocra. So think almost an anthropomorphized, like golden eagle.
Yeah.
But you
all you
have
need
an
to
eagle
say.
head.
Yes,
What
I have a
did
full
they-
eagle. Be thankful I got talked out of going to the toucan.
Nice.
Dear God, if you were a toucan sand.
Just,
Well, at least now you can't screech at me without me laughing at you. Because bald eagles sound like idiots.
Boris, describe your attire.
Boris comes into the square wearing mostly what looks like new, what you would recognize as new god clothing. Very not reminiscent of the Tommy and his vestments, but he definitely has an air about him of maybe somebody holy, maybe a paladin, from the fact that he has a breastplate on and a sword, drawn ready for battle.
Your sword is drawn and ready for battle?
At that point, Shizuka just like holds her rapier up and like has a spell at the ready. It's like not another step forward.
Hail, citizens! Who's in charge here? Where the hell are they?
No fucking clue.
There are people milling about. Merkava are dealing with the wounded. You do not see the constable here, however.
Boris is going to look around, beckoning over for, seeing if he can find a, not busy Merkava. But failing that, he's going to sheathe his sword and, ask if he may approach.
Carefully.
He sheathes his sword. You notice a soft blue glow emanating from it as he slowly tucks it back into its sheath and he approaches.
What's that glow all about?
None of your business.
You looking for orcs?
I do not understand that reference.
Apologies for the defensiveness, but crows and the Brotherhood just attacked. We've just lost one man.
Yes, I saw the fire from my offices. I came running as soon as I could.
You were from this godforsaken place too.
Godforsaken.
Well, Archons.
Ah, you're some of those newfound kami worshippers.
Newfound.
And you just like, you just see Shizuka's like hackles like rise up, like she's about to explode.
Best not see that in front of that one.
All due respect, very much like to take care of our father.
Yes, can you help us prepare a funeral pyre?
You're seriously asking someone we just met.
Do you know where? Do you know a place given your attire you see of the gods here? Do you know a place that funeral pyres, some kind of ceremony, funeral site, someplace we can at least acquire the materials so outside the city?
Evan, would I have a...
Okay, so your inner knowledge, mostly the wealthy can afford to be buried here. The commoners, especially in the Undercity, in the shadows, they kind of take care of their own. On the city proper, it's a mix between. Pyres are not uncommon.
So basically, somewhere outside of the city that you're not going to risk lighting something.
A lot of people, yeah, would offer.
Okay.
And you guys haven't been outside the city, but there are small plots, burial plots for those who can't afford some sort of mausoleum or proper burial inside the city.
At least you didn't make it a communal hall or a communal mausoleum.
You're going to see Boris rub his feathered fingers underneath of his own, underneath of his beak. Well, I'm sure I could find some arrangements outside the city. Oh, how rude of me. I haven't introduced myself to you. What are you supposed to be again?
Who?
You all, the men with swords sitting in the streets.
Our friend
We were-
just died.
Yeah, so you're not really making the best of impression, going to be really honest with you.
I come and arrive to find my city on fire, and my Makava, and the Makava also lit up. What am I supposed to think?
Wait,
Have
Or
you been
Merkaba.
here the past week?
I have been here all 3 years of my life.
what? You're
So in the past year you've missed the Brotherhood of Midnight making spectacles of their own out of parades, attacking crows
Of course
attacking
not.
orange people. Yeah. Well,
that's what just happened.
I'm not saying that you're at fault. I'd just like to have somebody to... I'd like to be able to call you something other than you gentlemen.
My name is Issa.
Well then, Asel, I'm Boris. Boris Kurtzlov, your service.
Dobre utro.
Pobre.
Yeah, local greeting.
The word is Tavarish if you're looking for
Okay. Tavarish.
I am a Tavarish no longer. I exist in the area of the forest. I was shuttled here against my will.
Well, it seems Tantibus has a good old grip on all of us, doesn't it?
Indeed. And the others are Shizuka. How
Got their names.
Makoto. Our dead friend is Richard. And I don't know where the gnome is. Is he jumping around the roofs again?
Probably.
How will Sam eyes and will cock his head towards the crows up on the roof?
Mako just mutters, "We always have prying eyes."
Yeah, and then she'll just like point to. She'll just gesture to behind her.
Oh, Sal, did you say? And Shizuka? I
Yes.
believe Petrov has spoken of you before.
Oh, you're one of the Bogatyr.
Indeed.
Oh.
That simplifies things. We were employed by the Merkava to help with security detail for another public showing, and it went wrong.
About this time, the gnome just kind of is just wandering around doing one of his machinations, and he sees the party, sees the chaos that's in the streets.
Naz kind of quickly rushes up to the group. What the heck happened? I leave for like 3 minutes.
And a friend dies.
I thought,
Naz, we haven't seen you in more than a week.
I look at him and go, "It's been that long?"
It's
Yes.
been like 10 days.
I kind of look to the side, look to the other side. I don't know.
What have you been doing?
apparently he's been getting readings.
Wait, what? Getting readings? I don't understand.
Of the city? I don't know.
Oh. Oh,
Anyway,
that.
it appears the constable is here. I don't know the approach. He's probably...
Yeah.
Say about
Maybe
this time.
the ones not involved, Boris and the gnome, could take Richardo somewhere while we talk to him.
I look at him and go, Richardo, what's wrong? And then I
You
finally
see his
him, I
corpse.
go- I see his corpse. I go, he's telling me he's sleeping?
He's dead.
No.
but that's not possible, or it's possible, but
The constable and the Primor are walking and talking, kind of overseeing the carnage that has happened in their city.
Naz is going to go kneel over by Richardo and check for a pulse or anything, not trusting these guys' ability to determine a corpse.
Without a check, he is done for.
As you guys walk towards the constable, you hear Boris mention, "I'll make arrangements with the rest of the Bogatyr to see if we can find a place for your friend."
Thank you. Where can we meet you after we're done?
Same place you meet Petrovic, sound good?
Da, spasiba.
All right, about this time, the Primor and the constable kind of round the chaos and overlook the party.
Hello, Consul.
Hello.
I knew I'd find you here.
We're not quite in the mood. A friend has passed at the hands of the Brotherhood.
I see.
you kind of, like, wanted us to be here.
Alright.
We were under your employ.
I am truly sorry about your friend. But alas, there's not much that I can do.
If it's any consolation, while not as planned, the execution happened, and now gestures to Brother Hawk's body.
Were there any others?
There were several members of the Crows. Several brothers.
The Brotherhood showed up, and now will gesture to the presumable pile of bodies the Merkava are making. Either unconscious or dead.
The constable. Go ahead.
Furthermore, Brother Fist made an appearance, hence the destroyed fusion.
At this
And
point, the Primor will speak up. They are becoming far too much of a nuisance. Consul, you need to take care of this. The constable in turn replies, Yes, Primor. We will do our best. But time is not on our side. The Primor kind of huffs off and goes off to speak with one of the captains. Constable, I suggest you guys get out of here for now.
So I'm free to go, officer.
He kind of kind of a lopsided smile at that. Yes, dismissed.
All right then.
Do I see her?
Oh, absolutely. One of the crows or ravens that were perched up on one of the nearby buildings kind of flitters down and starts drinking from the fountain. It is a mixture of fire, water, and blood. After the carnage.
Shizuku will just like look at the bird and just casually say in Sylvan, I will type that out.
Okay, great.
There is alone nashte. What?
The bird looks up at Shizuka and replies in Sylvan.
Catherine, I'm gonna need a DM with both of those
Yep.
lines.
I got you, fam.
Look. Shizuku will just stop and just continue.
Okay. Messages have been sent out. But the raven doesn't fly off. It instead takes another drink from the fountain, lifting its gullet high just to show you kind of disdain as it flitters up onto the top of the fountain.
Is that crow mocking you?
No,
Sure. Do you need me to shoot it?
no. Saying told me he's waiting.
Okay.
As two more ravens flitter down and start drinking from the fountain.
This is unnerving.
Would the sound be mostly finished with their litter at this point?
I think we were finished when the consul got here, and Boris and Naz have taken Richardo, I believe,
Oh, okay.
and we're to meet back at the Petrovich.
Is the Raven still sitting there?
Yeah.
Yes, and
One is
two
on the
more
top
have
and
joined
two
them.
flank.
They will speak one more time in Sylvan. And I will share that with you, Makoto.
Also, I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say Jinx. You owe me an ale, Zuka.
After speaking that, they all take one more drink from the fountain and flutter off.
Well,
Yes. Indeed.
I'll tell you on the way. Because that actually seems a good idea.
All right, so the party gathers up their belongings, anything that may have been kind of misplaced during the battle, as you head through the upper city over to where the Clarists reside. Naz and Boris are already inside. tentatively making some sort of arrangements, and we will change kind of scenes over to that.
Okay.
Everyone arrives.
All right.
What kind of arrangements have you made?
I have no idea. We didn't.
Yeah, you guys can discuss it.
Okay.
I was. Well, your friend is. I've found an arrangement for your friend to be cremated, if that is all right.
Of course. I'd like to keep a piece of his bow to remember him by.
Certainly,
Thank
that
you.
can be absolutely arranged. Anything else? Would you happen to know any religious rites that he must be given before he is interred?
I did not know much about Richado. A strange, mysterious fellow.
I believe Zuka and I can handle this. Oh, you were giving a eulogy. My bad.
No. No, I wasn't.
It sounded like a eulogy.
I guess. He was a good man. A strange man. A man I barely knew. But his life had meaning to me. He inspired me in many ways. My arrows hit their mark better when he was with me. I will miss you.
Alright, which member of the peanut gallery needs to be blasted?
God damn.
Hal will also ask Boris about just like a few of the like more specific items, like more magical items that Richado had, if we could hold on to those as well. Specifically, just if you, Richado, want to like message me any like specific items you would like us to like hang on to in case you do get errors that I can just keep in the item.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you know. Boris will start with the. Well, you were clearly acquainted with him and his family here. I see no problem with you being next of kin. I'm assuming that he was out of country in Valoris, did you say?
We are all actually from society. From Valoris.
No, even despite efforts of communication, I doubt we would be able to find proper next of kin within any reasonable time that you would not be able to find when you hopefully return.
I also feel it's our duty.
I do have a few. What was that?
What was that?
What was what?
I didn't actually hear.
I heard a ding. Some error popped up on one of my screens.
Ding, fries are done.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was buried behind like 3 fucking screens, so I apologize. Back into character. I just have a few formulas with you.
Shizuka.
Alright.
That was.
The signatures.
Yep.
Alright.
This will help with the religious rites.
Okay, so you guys spend the next few moments of time in getting everything set and prepared for the cremation. Or we're going to step past that point. And what would the party like to do now?
Did we want to find a person for him, or do we want to deal with this first and then go find?
find a person to...
I mean, if we don't want to resurrect Richado, that's fine. We can just continue.
Oh, that's like looking for potential resurrection.
If it comes to it, I have his bone, but otherwise we can just move on.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Bases covered.
Yep.
So how do we go about this? We have to find Brother Fist and the bandit leader.
Yes.
So there's actually something I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead.
Is it tick-tock, tick-tock?
Yeah, something about him resting.
Where the dragon rests.
I am. So what I said was, when that bird started drinking, I actually said that I wouldn't recommend drinking that because, you know. And then it talked to me, saying it was waiting. Something about tick tock that in like in a mocking manner.
Wait,
When I asked what it was, all it responded with was, "Where the dragon rests." I have no idea what that means.
I'm sure we can find out, but
I mean,
seems
unless
we're
it's like
on
the
some sort
what's
of
that inn.
schedule.
It's obviously the inn.
It's the dragon's resting.
Fuzzy dragon.
Ah, the fuzzy dragon. If you hadn't noticed, I'm kind of short-sighted.
Aren't you the exact opposite of that?
No, I see with my mind's eye when I fire. My eyes are nearly blind.
Well,
To be honest, I never noticed.
yeah.
I do squint a lot. Anyway, I suggest we go back to the dragon's rest, the fuzzy dragon, and get some rest before we continue trying to find out what the schedule is. The crows.
All right. A lot of the party members are rather injured.
The how you will notice is no longer
Will you, gentlemen, lady, need any help getting back to the inn? I'm sure that I can arrange some trinket for you. Even if it's just myself.
No, we'll be fine.
We'll be okay.
I only offer because I'm heading in that direction myself. With
Well-
with this recent attack, we're all on edge. And
Then we'd be happy for your company. No, protection is not necessarily needed. But we're happy to have you along. You are good to us in taking care of our friend's last rites.
Boris will Alex.
Besides, Miko says with a small smirk, some of us aren't armed.
Do you need a weapon? I have one.
Where is Naz? Jesus, what is that?
Naz? Naz is right here with the body. He's just being real quiet and solemn.
One.
Oh, we did?
We prepared the ritual. I don't know if you actually. We skipped over. Yeah.
Yeah, we just
I-
kind of glossed over it. It can take place at really any point.
I assume some magical fire was involved.
Yeah, I already have the.
Are we planning on doing that right here, or?
No, like we already did that.
It
We
doesn't.
skipped over it.
Yeah,
Never
it doesn't
mind.
matter the specifics.
Okay.
So we're heading back to the inn,
Okay.
and as soon as we enter, Shizuka's just going to go to
To the what?
To
the
bed.
tavern. I said the bar.
Isao is going to use Find Creature for Tusai before he heads to bed. I cast my mind out looking for information about a specific creature, and I want to find the bandit leader. And I have to concentrate for, I think, an hour. And I learn within 1 to 3 miles, region, city, town, village, or district.
Okay. Oh, okay, so you spend your points.
Promptly pay my money.
I'm going to share a map here real quick. May need to resize it a little bit.
Ooh,
That's a huge bitch.
I recognize this. Where did you get this?
It was up my sleeve.
Okay.
It's the strangest thing.
This looks like a 2-minute tabletop map.
This looks exactly.
You can't have a tabletop in 2 minutes. It takes at least 3.
This looks like a yawning portal.
As Shizuka floats over.
Over the goddamn portal, damn.
Who's moving my stuff? Isao, just one quick question. It takes an hour for this?
I believe so.
Okay. All right. As you guys enter the establishment, again, it's pretty lively. Lots of patrons about. Shizuka heads to the bar. The dwarven bartender. What do y'all have?
Just let's start with something light for now. I may request something harder. A light wine, please.
He walks over to one of the casks and pours it out in a semi-fancy glass. We'll worry about costs later. I know what Isao is doing. What are the rest doing?
Question: is that closer to the house?
Oh my god.
I was meditating in his room, so he doesn't know shit.
Hey,
Is that actually what I see?
That is exactly what you see. Leaning against the side of the wall, he has a starch white yukata top with purple emblazoned chrysanthemums and a very royal purple hakama. He's leaned back in his chair. He's got his katana almost resting on it at the ready. He locks eyes with you and smiles.
Oh,
God, what is happening?
let's say. Naz notices that you're staring someone down and moves over to South and goes, "Who the hell is that?"
And now there's
Shizuka.
Hal
go ahead.
and Shizuka and Naz are all standing around the large ring
Yeah.
in the middle. It's about 15 feet in diameter.
About 30 foot.
30.
and just to the south of it.
Kosui, yes. He's leaned back in a chair. Again, starch white kimono, kind of embroidered chrysanthemums on his yukata, royal purple hakama, and he's kind of half leaning on his katana. Yeah. Well, if it isn't old friends, what brings you out so far east? Me? As he points to his chest. Nothing of the sort. I'm here on other business. Come now.
I keep looking between my party members.
Who the fuck is this?
Exactly.
You would have just seen Hal lock eyes, stand for like a good minute, just staring into one of the corners, and then walk over and sit down.
After a few moments of awkward silence, Kosui will kind of speak out to the patrons of the bar. Not, you know who he's addressing, but he is just addressing the crowd en masse. Oh, it's been so long. Come, pull up your chair, warm yourself by the hearth.
What business do you have this far south?
The same business I always have. I'm looking for my sister. He kind of cocks his left shoulder in kind of faux pain. Hal, as you're looking at him, he blinks, but for a moment, he does not blink like a human, much like a reptile where the sides kind of... Yes. Oh, it was a minor inconvenience.
That minor inconvenience had you yelling pretty loudly when it happened.
Come now. Makoto, was it? That was in the past.
Right. Isn't that where you belong?
Naz is still looking super fucking confused.
Shizuka
Does
grabs
anybody
her
can tell
drink.
me who the fuck this guy is?
Shizuka
You're
will
smarter
approach.
than Max. You could probably whiz it or
Not.
Shizuka will
especially
approach
our
him.
religion.
Shizuka will approach him, especially after hearing like the "Who the fuck is this guy?" and just say, "He's an old adversary of ours. All you need to know, Naz."
And presumably, I think at the that's why we ended up was to discuss Koso. If I remember correctly.
Oh, I didn't realize I was so popular.
That was out of character.
Oh, okay. I replied in out of character.
Yeah.
He has transcended universes. So, Naz, you probably remember the discussion that we had been brought to have. This is all out of character still.
I was gonna
At the
say
tower.
I wasn't actually part of that. I was just working on some thing and happened
In the
to be there.
background.
He's telling you some murmurings you may have heard.
Right.
Yeah, you
I mean,
it's about the name Koso, and that was a big deal. But
Oh.
that's probably
I look at them and go, adversary, eh? Why aren't we fighting?
Because Naz, this is a place of rest and merriment. It would be rude to fight a place like this.
yes,
Fight
listen
later.
to
Yeah.
our fox friend. Come, warm yourself by the hearth.
Are you two in human form? Because he just
Yes,
called
we
you
are.
out.
Yes.
He just called you out.
He should, yeah, he knows.
I know, I'm just worried because he
I just immediately said right after that. Oh, god damn it.
All
The
right.
thing is, like, Shizuka approaches with like a sake bottle and just like places it right in front of him.
Great. While you do that and you guys had posed or had kind of talking about things, he'll lean back. There is a kind of small window. He'll just casually open it with his left arm. 3 ravens will kind of come in, rest on the table for a moment. Kosui pulls down his left side of his yukata, and you can see that he's kind of emblazoned in tattoos. The ravens kind of just hop and jump and merge into those tattoos as he readjusts his yukata.
Out of character, hello, V.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, so that's what I did. Okay, what was that?
I'm listening.
As we used to, the question for a question.
Ah, such is the old way. He tips his glass to you.
Do you wish to start, or should I?
You would infer you're a pretty wise character. Yeah.
What do you know of the plans of
I believe my sister is being used to assist them. Perhaps. He kind of pours himself another drink. On the table, he did have a few kind of smaller glasses, but there's almost a large kind of half clamshell. He grabs the sake bottle that Shizuka had brought over. He pours a generous portion and lifts that clamshell up to his lips and takes a large drink. Questions. What are you going to do to thwart Maldark's evil plan? And he will reply, I can help you with when. But ask your question. You would know also that was inscribed in the journal that you guys have. Alright, so I'm going to do two things. First this.
Oh, nice.
That's a huge bitch of a calendar.
It's a huge bitch.
Jeez, the stream must be really far behind then.
I don't know.
It is.
I'm sorry. Again, we're doing the best that we
It's
can.
14 seconds behind.
Oh, I see it now.
We can stretch that to 15 easy.
Yeah, pull your Cat 5 halfway out of your computer.
So by the party's count, what day are we on?
It was 9, and then 7 days after we got out of the gym, so it's 18. Because this is now.
All right, and this is your question, and he replies. 1 week minus 1. Yes, it will be a spectacle of lights. If I were to assist you, would you let me leave with my dear poor sister intact, unmolested, unrestrained?
I look at the party and then again I go, wait, are we holding his sister hostage?
No.
That's not matter for
And it's the 28th is the eclipse of Suki. So just so you know, that was
Yes, thank you, Sal.
So it is definitely something to discuss.
Sal, I'd like to get you in on this conversation if you so wish. You may have forgotten something in the bar before you started. Only a few moments have passed. So if you wish to join the conversation, feel free.
Al is also okay with not being the only one asking questions if other people have questions they would like to ask. That's out of character, but like.
Well, I mean, like you asked your question.
Oh,
So is
he
it
asked-
our turn to act? Is it our turn now?
he
It would be the
asked-
party's question.
So it's now our turn.
Peter, or Hal, as you turn back, you'll notice Boris sitting at a table behind you guys, listening in.
Mikado folds his arms. I've got a simple one for you. Why should we trust you?
Kosui just smiles. He flitters his tongue, and you will see for an instant the fork in it. And his reply is also simple. You shouldn't.
Well, that's
I'm glad.
alright. Then I guess for the agreement, third question's our next question for us.
I so get bored of this.
I know. That's why you keep doing it. She says with like a cheeky grin.
There's not much more that I need to know from you. So perhaps we shall continue this another time.
Very well.
Well, don't just stand there. Go away. Give me some space.
Well, if you haven't noticed, I'm sitting right here.
Perhaps merely whisper my name upon the wind, and I shall come running. He shakes his head. You don't believe that for a second.
Mikado just rolls his eyes. I wonder if that'll work if I say Consul Grushenko whispered on the wind.
He comes into the fire.
Grushenko just whoosh, mashes through the fucking skylight.
It's not me, I swear.
Like, everybody praise, the constable is here.
His real secret is he dresses up in a suit and fights crime at night. That's a more plausible excuse than him actually being Kosui.
What is that? The Witcher 1 werewolf? Yeah.
What were you saying out of character, Sal? I think it was a Sal.
Yeah, since I'm not there, I wanted to.
Oh. Then Hal will walk away and head to a table further away from Kosu.
Sure.
He knows he can probably still hear us, but like, some pretty good too.
And he just goes back to drinking his sake.
You should have had a higher passive perception like me and looked at all of the tokens on the map and been like, oh shit, Kosui.
Nope. Straight to my room.
I mean, I would have loved to, but I can't.
No,
At this point, Shizuka will just like get up and just walk to her house. So, what do you think?
obviously, and how way of manners and I guess they're pretty worse.
Okay.
Voters will get up. Taking a sip from my hip flask.
Let's just put it this way. He's one of the heathens you people keep talking about.
I mean, specifically, you all technically are as well. But...
He's one of the heathen gods, if you want me to be more specific. I swear to God, if that guy speaks up about our situation again, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Where's the meta?
So,
Did you want to ask the DM?
What?
I just heard a Sal say something.
No.
Okay.
I'm just busy meditating up here.
yes, where the meta invocation was.
All right. So so we've dealt a lot with the party. Give me 1 second. I want to jump over and deal with the Sals. Do you want it loud? Do you want me to whisper?
Out loud.
Okay. So you stop it. I unload that stupid extension one time, and it's a flippin' bird dance party in here.
What?
What?
You know, I'm starting
Somebody
to
was
think you
spinning.
should turn that off entirely. I'm starting to think you should just turn it off entirely. It may actually be
Boom,
fucking
done. All right, Sal. So you go through and do kind of your ritual psi ability. And what was the smallest point that it will get down to?
I believe it is.
Okay,
No, district.
district. Okay, great. So we'll start macro. Obviously, it's on the planet. It's on this continent. It is in Tantibus. The district. You are getting the noble, the upper echelon, is the sense of where this target is. Okay.
Hey, meditation.
I understand. All right, moving back to the party as they're discussing current and past situations.
So, from where Hal left off, that man we were talking to was an old adversary of ours. Needless to say, as what I described, he is one of the heathen gods that people so detest. But we put him in the ground, and as they say, gods don't die. That.
His goals
terrifying as that sounds.
Apparently, this Brotherhood of Midnight is using Coastman's sister, another of the same complicated plan of existence as well, as part of their ritual. He wants to meet with them.
Until he double crosses us.
Yes, I was about to say it does sound like.
Circumstances. That said, we have the date of the ceremony,
Remember, the days, the weeks are different. The months are different than standard.
Oh, it's 10.
We have 9 days.
Right. It's 9 days. Yeah, so 10 minus 1. So it's the 18th. So 9 would be the 27th. Yeah.
It's the 19th.
What? No, it's the 18th because
Because it is.
As the DM re-rolls the tape, does anybody know what day it is? Yeah, it's the 19th.
okay. It's whatever. It's the 20th.
The point is, we have 9 days.
We have 9 days until whatever. One.
I have one problem with bringing it up to the authorities. We have no hard proof.
It's the best we have. We can try to stop them.
Boris is just going to towards I am the apologies. The conservatives is pretty good.
Worse.
Than a week, or forever.
Yeah.
So
Or dead.
That would imply forever, yes.
So we can at least still help, but I think we have to do it at least partially through the constable. We have to at the very least keep him informed of the goings on, so that he doesn't just arrest us on sight.
Could you use a official sanction? Or at least somebody of another faction to play off?
It's possible. He may also just try to interfere with that as well. But I do think having someone of their own stature on our side could also help.
I think the constable would look twice at trying to arrest an cleric of the Bobadias. Abilities. I know how to swing a sword and cure wounds. What kind of specifics are you looking for?
I think that's
bit more of both. Boris is going to pound a Allen against his metal breastplate. The purity seals written in ancient scriptures on his chest bounce a little with the movement.
I assume that those ancient scripture seemed like nonsense to us because it's not.
Yeah, they're
farming. Cool.
Yes.
Well, that could be a vein.
Well, if you'll have me, I can consider myself an ally, I suppose. I wish to see this city destroyed as little as the next person. Whatever calamitous action that your friend?
No.
An acquaintance.
Frenemy?
Annoyance.
Frenemy.
Friend.
Oh my god, they're getting worse.
Can we leave it at douchebag?
Yes.
Jackass?
Whatever calamitous action he speaks of, outside of my city, preferably.
Oh, I mean hope. Definitely gotta do that.
Oh, I know.
Perhaps the last time he was defeated was more environmental. If he were to transform here, oof.
Yeah.
Assuming he has such power.
Assuming he still has such power. I don't know. I guess for now we should probably stop. Work out who will tell me I do think that Constant could be lovely, as frigid as he is to everybody.
I agree.
Very used his resources and information. He may be willing to raise an ability with potential resources as long as he's and as much as I agree with his system laws works, I don't know how cooperation happens between
We tend to stay up to each other's way.
that could be beneficial in this case, given what very little calamitous share as distasteful as that is.
Well, I can certainly try to talk to the Merkava. No hurt in asking.
Worst case scenario, we'll inform you of when and where we're striking, and you are welcome to join.
Hey, Zuko,
Hmm?
can you do me a favor?
Hmm?
Hood up.
What?
I think he said
Yeah,
hood up.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, what do you mean by hood up?
Rudolph just kind of glances at some of the nearby patrons.
I'm in
No.
disguise.
Yeah. you got outed. Remember?
Right. And she just puts her hood back up.
Okay.
I'm going to turn for the evening to the south.
I'm just going to have like one or two more.
I saw
I just made. Huh? I just picked a random room here.
Oh, you picked the kitchen.
Yeah, I just picked one. Just kind of get it.
Perfect.
It seemed like he wanted to turn in early, but he may hear you as you come in.
Oh,
Interrupting my mantra.
Good for yourself. Yes, yourself.
oh. Lux is what it is.
Koswi's here.
No. Well, that's no good.
And Hal will fill him in on the conversation that
Okay.
just happened briefly. Just
Perfect.
for
Yeah,
sake
I was
of
listening, so I know
brevity.
everything.
We're gathering our resources in the morning and figuring out what we're doing.
I have some interest.
Excellent. And Hal will return.
Okay. What are the others doing? Also
she's
turning
looking-
in, going to pick a fight with Kosui.
EOD.
EOD, yeah.
Boris
Okay.
is going to move, so ask about in the room. And let's start moving his stuff up.
Sure. No problems there. So let's consider this a long rest.
So, man,
Yeah, I'll update it the next time. It updates off of my sheet, so. All right, so you go to bed. You wake up in the morning. Kosui has not slit your throats. Light breakfast. Then what?
I'll let him know.
Really? I mean, is he? If he's agreed to stay out of your way.
True.
Currently, he's at the bar eating some sort of breakfast, some sort of fish, and I don't know, rice.
I would really rather not, but
Oh, I mean, this place is big. You can definitely avoid them.
Just,
Same.
just for sheer convenience sake, can you make the assumption that Naz has filled in on the details of Kosui?
Yeah,
Or
no,
the-
Yeah.
no problems there.
Isao will use Tantibus
Ah.
to match with all the information.
You said data drain, right?
No.
Oh god, we don't want to turn Naz
Wrong
into
game. Wrong
Yeah,
game.
I mean, given the keywords we need to get in.
Edith Brains.
Oh my goodness. He's probably the most attractive illithid ever.
Why do you think that
It's nothing but tentacles.
all the way down?
Oh my god. Awesome. He's got them braided and shit.
part of what we should be doing is
I was hoping.
What, getting rid of a heathen god? I don't see the issue.
Well,
It won't be hard.
no.
I'm sure a cleric carry a bit more weight with his word.
Yes, maybe on the way over you can tell me more of your god. I didn't learn much in my youth.
Out of character, I've actually forgotten the name of my own god.
that 3-year-olds.
Where
God.
you are.
You have one god. We have millions, okay?
There's more than that. Maddie, out of character, we'll go over that sort of thing. It's been slowly introduced to the party.
But this is the first time.
The only named one was Krishnev.
Okay. Boris comments. Allow me to tell you the ways please.
Is it what?
Krishnev. Like the statue that was erected and was struck down. Fell over, sank into the swamp. They built a second.
We built a fucking statue and somebody blew it the fuck up.
I think you guys have a good idea of who blew it up.
I mean, we don't.
Not really, no.
All right. So, how are you going to about meeting with the constable? You just going down to the station again?
Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. So you guys pass through the city. Again, just as before, there are Merkaba all throughout. The guards have been, the patrols of 2 are now 3 or 4. That sort of thing. Everyone is a little on edge, considering the past night's events. You make it to the station. They give you very little hassle, just enough to be a minor nuisance. And you will be allowed in and see the constable. You will be ushered kind of into his office. He's got a large desk. He seems to be kind of feet propped up on a desk, and he's just holding just an object, something that was on his desk, a statue. And he's kind of, if it were like a stress ball, he would essentially be kind of squeezing it, but it is a statue. He looks over at you all as you enter.
Boris is Constable.
Bogatir.
I assume you are familiar with these gentlemen, maybe?
Yes, we've become quite close.
They have a proposition to discuss with
Yes, I'm sure they do. I do not have enough seats, but make yourselves as comfortable as possible.
Boris will squat.
Squats like slow. That was amazing. Oh, I'm gonna award inspiration for that. Just cause.
It's Boris.
Squats like slow. Anyways, the constable is not affected by the joke. You had business? He sets the object down on the desk.
We believe we've found through a source the at least date of whatever ritual these Brotherhood of Midnight people might
He looks at you expectantly, like, tell me the date.
It's
8 days.
He starts to almost rub his temple just slightly for a few seconds, then picks up the statue again.
That case, I need to take.
This does not bode well.
Is there anything significant on that day?
Yes, of course, it's the eclipse.
Oh.
Yes, for a moment the moon will shine very bright. And yes, of course, it's the eclipse of Tsuki.
God.
He looks over at Makoto. I'm sorry?
Yeah, an omen I heard quite a while ago.
Forrest is going to stand. Given that this does not just involve the general populace anymore, but as well the church, I propose maybe we might be able to work out an alliance between the Bogatir and the Merkava for the time being.
I see. If you can get something official, something from Yosef, I can see what I can do on my end.
I will speak with Yosef, although I would also recommend that I be allowed to shadow your employees.
Quite an unusual request.
Unilateral.
He sizes you up with his eyes. Accepted.
Thank you, Master Constable.
Yes. If there's nothing more, it's a bad time. In a couple days, I'm glad actually to have some extra hands about. In a few days, many of my men will be assisting in the move. There will be a lot of transference. This goes back to what you guys kind of, or at least you think maybe it's what you overheard at the Fuzzy Dragon.
Act somewhat independently in our pursuit of this, and keep you informed of our findings.
He looks at you, and for the first time, he kind of drops all pretense, all titles, all entitlements, just the whole kind of position. If you're able to bring an end to this, and the city is not completely on fire, I will make you captain of the guard.
I'd settle just for
Yeah, he kind of cocks his eyebrow at that, but nods.
keep you informed of everything in our power to stop this before it happens.
All right. Before you all leave, just a moment. I've gone out of my way to kind of stick my neck out for you. If there's anything at all, even minuscule, that you think that we're overlooking, please bring it to my attention.
We will. We'll bring you up to speed as we learn.
There's a man in town. He's standing as a He's not
He kind of he sets the object that he was kind of almost crushing at this point back on his desk. He opens a drawer, pulls out what appears to be maybe like a journal or some way that he keeps organized, and he kind of looks to the group, grabs his hat off the ring, puts it on, and goes, "Huh, interesting. I seem to have a few free hours." And he nods his head.
Good day, Constable. I will be sure to bring your office the proper paperwork from Joseph by this evening.
See that you do. And he nods his head at you, Bogatia.
Cool.
All right, what's next on the agenda?
Well, as we leave the constable's office, at this point, Shizuko, what?
Keep going, sorry.
Shizuka will just look at everyone. So, we have our time frame. But the thing is, we need information. I was going to suggest we head to where we found them originally, and see if it's only still scour that area for clues. He wasn't trying to get us killed.
Not him.
Anyways.
I think he's speaking with about the Order of the Eye.
Right.
They have lots of information, and
this point.
Oh,
so let's say we pay them a visit, shall we?
Other ideas before
Information brokers, maybe it's best that I stay more to the shadows.
Yeah.
I will not question you results, but you know my position. You know the role of your positions. Yes, I would, yes, I might have a bit of paperwork that I must have done adequately. I'll meet you back at the end. See to it that I do not see you.
Hey, this is the first Bogatir that's really, I don't want to say working 100% with you, but making pretty good strides. Right.
I mean, the city's only going to be destroyed in 8 days, theoretically. Changes a few perspectives.
All right, so we'll kind of split the party here real quick. You guys arrange a meeting with the Order of the Eye. You guys just kind of head back to the Rusty Anchor, I believe. Is that where you're going?
I think that was the name of the place.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys head into the bar. Basically, this happens. There are a few patrons around. One of the gentlemen that you spoke with, the human, as soon as you guys enter the bar, he tries to slink down in his seat. He knows that that's not going to work. He gets up and is essentially going to try to make it out. As there is only one way in or out of this place, you guys are going to be able to box him in.
Wait, what's going on?
Remember the guy, the human guy who what's that?
Oh.
No. He's trying to peace out before we catch him. And he locks it in.
Yeah, he's all, don't kill me.
Mikado just grabs him by the scruff of his neck. You are going to sit down, and we are going to talk. Are we clear?
He kind of looks up at you, looks it over at the rest of the muscle with the group. Looks at the gnome. Yeah, he's gonna acquiesce. And he starts off it's not my fault. We had orders from the boss, and we just had to do what we had to do.
Start from the top.
I don't know much more than that. I mean, just, information gets passed and orders get sent down, and we were told to go.
The passing of information. Now that's an interesting idea. Why don't we start there? See, the way I see it, you double-crossed us. We had a deal, and you broke it. That puts your organization, or at least you, in our debt. Let's start paying off that debt. Don't worry, we don't want your life or your cloak. We want information, and as I see it, that's something that your organization has experienced.
All right. So he's all right. I'll tell you everything. All right. So my contact, he'll give you a name. It's Igori. I get my information from him. He just goes through the whole spiel. Basically, it's a written note. They have some sort of kind of cryptex code. He's not going to go through and explain all that, but just in case other people find out, I don't know where he gets his information from. I really don't, but we can find him. Essentially, as he's just kind of spilling out words, he's having a hard time keeping it together. Morale for him is very low at the moment. Just oh my God, he's probably. Are they the word breathe?
No, they're calming images. Via
Oh, okay.
telepathic language.
As you invade his mind, he freaks out more. Anyways, so the basic story that you're gonna get from this guy, he doesn't know where ultimately the top lies. You're gonna hear the name. What is it? Saxio? Saxio. That's the name that they have for the leader of the Eye, the Order of the Eye. Ultimately,
that sounds like an alias in and of itself.
I think that's the second time that you guys have heard that name as well. So orders come down from there. He's not quite sure where it goes from there. He gave you his contact. Again, it's all done through Thieves' Cant, essentially. And they were specifically ordered to move in on the site. They had heard and investigated a little bit. There was a lot of gold, specifically. They were going to go in and help themselves. And they did at first. And then they were just ambushed. And it wasn't just a beatdown. They were chained. They were tortured. And those monks enjoyed every minute of it.
So, we're going to need some introductions. Going up the chain until somebody has the information we need.
He is willing to give up his contact, but that's about all that he can do.
That's all he can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a matter of willing or not. It's literally all he's able.
Correct. He could promise you the world, but he can't deliver. And he knows that, and he knows that you know that.
Yeah. And I... funny. Kind of funny. This organizational structure seems very familiar.
He doesn't know how to respond to that.
Oh. No, it's nothing against him.
Yeah.
Let's just say that, in a way, we're kind of different on this.
Yeah. He seems to be lost. He's so spun around at the moment. His only thing on his mind, and you can see it in his eyes, is the door. He thinks you're still going to kill him.
Okay, Cal, we got what we needed. Can you back off with the bad cop thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
fine. Yes, of course. Thank you for the information.
Yes, I will make sure that meeting takes place.
Makoto will help him to his feet.
Okay, great.
I understand you were doing I understand you were doing just what you were told to do. And look, it may not have went the best for any of us, but what happened happened. And if you want to come back, if you're willing to have a drink with me some other time,
I like that. And as soon as you guys let him go, he's gone.
Yeah.
Where's the Hanna-Barbera?
I don't have the Hanna-Barbera, unfortunately. So let's jump back over to Boris. I'm assuming you're going to try to tail the consul? Is that what I got out of that kind of conversation?
No, I was actually legitimately gonna go get people with them.
Oh, okay. So you
It's
go and...
because I'm trying to make reasons for this.
So we're gonna do just a little bit of role play here. As you walk into Iosif's office, Petrovich is actually in there, and Iosif isn't one to typically yell. He commands a lot of authority, just on of his own. Just raising his voice is usually enough. He's half yelling at Petrovich. And the only phrase that you're going to get out as you enter in is, "How could you have lost her?" They see you, the conversation immediately ends. Yosef to Petrovich, "You're dismissed, but this is not over." "Ah, Boris. Come, sit.
I can come back in 20 minutes or have dinner.
That will not be enough time. Petrovich walks out of the room, doesn't say anything.
Boris will pat him on the shoulder as he leaves.
He doesn't even stop to acknowledge it. But Yosef is here, and he kind of asks you what's going on.
Well, fortunately, Petrovich was here. I've met up with the group that Petrovich used to be shadowing.
Well, at least someone is doing his job.
It seems that one of the group has fallen evil fate. However, they very quickly asked to see if I could take up the reins. And they seem interested in an alliance of sorts.
I see on your face you've already agreed.
I would figure that having a member inside would be much better than a member shadowing.
Agreed. What do you require?
Just some paperwork to finalize a deal with the Markava.
Costs?
Costs for the Markava or costs for me?
He's asking you how much is it going to cost for this venture of yours. You may or may not know. You can make up whatever.
You know me. I'll keep it to as little as I can, but 9 days out in the field, you never know.
I see. 20 gold. You need more? You won't.
If I need more, I know what to
You're dismissed. He seems to have a lot on his mind.
do. Oh, one last thing.
Yes.
Paperwork must be over to the constable tonight.
He kind of looks over at your head, like the first time actually acknowledging what you're saying. What?
I'm working with a group that is hired by the constable.
30
Yes, I
gold.
know.
30 gold. Make this go away.
Post haste.
And you're out the door. You don't need to make an insight. It's pretty obvious through role playing, I think.
Richardo.
Though, I'm sorry if you do want to make an insight, you're free to do so.
Sure, why not? Critical.
Yeah, he rolled a 20 plus 7. All right. So, Yosef typically keeps his house in order. I mean, Petrovich and some of the other Bogatyr, sometimes they can be a little not by the book, so to speak. But this really has him worked up. Whoever this her is really weighing at his mind, enough so that he's putting his house aside to deal with this before anything else is considered.
Alright. Yeah, I think he's depressed. He needs a nice drink.
All right.
As Boris leaves, he whistles a short song to himself. Sorry.
Okay. All right. What would the group like to do now? You guys have a lot of cards on the table.
Yeah. So, I guess we can visit Ev?
Yes.
true, but
We have a. I mean, we could speak with that contact.
Yeah, perhaps find somebody who has some information. Perhaps sometimes get anything, see access to that.
That's one lead you can follow.
actually, hold on. Shizuka will go into her bag, like sift through it, and then she'll pull out that notebook. We can actually send her a message.
That you can.
That
20.
There were 20.
We could always. Yeah, I'm sure Kiev actually has some spares. I wouldn't mind paying it. I wouldn't mind paying that like the proper price for it either.
Or we could go there and specifically.
I'm also gonna.
Just kind of.
Sorry, I'm gonna throw out a DM clue bat. You guys have an item that you guys could have been using, that could have helped you out getting to and fro the noble quarter. I don't know who technically had it on their person. It was a bracelet with 3 gems.
Yeah, that was on Richado. It would let him get to and from. All you would have to do is put 1 gem in one area, so
Yeah.
hold on to it. But he
Shizuka,
died.
as you're looking through some of Richado's things, you pull that out.
I'll pull out the thing.
Oh, whatever.
Hey. Mikoto just glances up, like skyward. How far away is the noble quarter?
You're asking if you could fly there?
Yeah.
Your flight lasts what, hour? 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
It's 60 feet per round.
The problem is being spotted.
Yeah.
I can fix that. So she looks at Mikoto. Do you intend to do a look around?
I intend. He said the way this works is that we place 1 gem somewhere and then
And 1 person can go for the ride.
only
No.
one.
Oh, and if everyone can go? Because I thought it only worked for the wearer.
No.
Oh, well then.
So essentially think of this as like a teleport circle. When you drop, let's say you dropped one here in this area, and then you dropped one, say, I'll just say a different area, like the shadows. You could then travel back and forth between those 2 points.
Or is it a one-time thing? Like,
That you do not know.
Test.
Where did we get this from again?
Western Valoris?
Oh.
It was
Fucking Chekhov's gun.
Actually, that's not really a risk. And photo. She looks in the photo. You ready?
Not yet.
Here,
We need,
take your turn.
we need to establish a point back.
Well, I'm holding on to the bracelet, so
Yeah,
I
I
guess
kind
we
of
have
need.
one gem at the end and one gem where we're going to go.
Yeah, therein lies the problem. We need, as Hal said, we need to know retrieve these. Thankfully, I think I know someone who can give us that answer.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's go see him first. This time we keep it strictly business.
Yeah. Came to appraise, and that's it.
All right, so we'll handle Kiev here real quick. He will give you your answer. If you have additional questions, let me know. Essentially, he will tell you this is how it works. He pulls out his magic kind of spectacles, examines them. He will literally tell you the minutiae. When you drop a gem, wherever you drop it, it will not become active until a second one is dropped. What it will do, it will drop a physical kind of teleport circle in that area. It will be visible. You will not be able to retrieve the gem. It's a permanent type thing. So you can create with this item, you can create a waypoint between 3 spots.
So the inn room is a terrible idea. Got it.
Unless you buy the inn.
Yeah.
Room service, you need. Oh my god!
I think I know a place where we can. I think I know an inconspicuous enough place where we can hide our entry point.
Yeah, that would work.
Always gotta go.
Yeah, but I was more saying, what if we lose access to the inn? Besides, there's a place that we know no one's bothering with. No. The old house. The I go to just air quotes mansion.
Oh, Zetra's place?
We might be moving someone into that, given that she's out. Oh, in the shadows.
Yes.
True.
We'll have that be our. We'll set that up to be our ingress, and then I'll find a good point of egress.
That could work. Very true.
Does it have that range?
I have no idea.
What we have been told before, there's no range.
To travel between here and Western Valoris is far too distant. Kiev will tell you that
Gotcha.
that's not possible. He says within the city should be good. You might even be able to go to some of the outskirts of the city as well, but that may be pushing it.
Alright, so keep it within city limits for now. And I think we'll have to get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiev, he thinks that he might be able to do so. Might take a little bit of time
Yeah.
and a lot of bit of money.
Yeah, well, thankfully we don't need, thankfully we do not need it in
As you guys are there, we're gonna end with this. So a little birdie's been singing. Tells me you guys are looking for a meeting.
A what? You cut out.
A meeting.
Is this an extra person?
That sounds like
Kiev is telling you this. He looks at you guys with the order of the eye.
could say that.
Yes.
Little Birdie might need to learn to keep his mouth shut.
Well,
To be fair, Hal, you were threatening.
Yeah.
well, to be fair, there's eyes and ears all over the city.
Fair.
So, what's your intent? He's finally growing just a little bit of backbone.
We're of information. Quite a bit of information.
All right. So, I know you got off on the wrong foot. How about we make this right? You do a little scratching, I can do a little scratching. So,
What's the game?
all right. Someone has been blocking a lot of attempts to gain information on some of the buildings downtown. It's come to my understanding that maybe you guys have an in. If you could maybe remove some of them political bindings of ours here, I can get you whatever information you need. He's kind of speaking a little in riddle, so to speak, just enough so you guys kind of get a gist. I think you have enough clues to know exactly what he's talking about. If not, we can elaborate. Yeah, but his is very specific. Well, he's alluding, there's a particular set of buildings that he's trying to get information on downtown. And you know, right, Makoto gets it.
What?
Oh, I thought you were like, so.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay. Like, there's going to be a transition on a couple of the buildings downtown that's been alluded to a few times now. A transition of material assets. Even the constable's sweating this a little bit.
And you want us to find out who made the purchase.
No, you know, if those were to be made public record, you know, there's a lot that we could do for you.
So in other words, we're not telling you anything.
Yeah, just, you know, it's just
And
like
Miko
drop
just
it.
smirks.
Yeah. You get it.
I think I do. Finally speaking my language.
And all the while, Shizuka's just looking between the two, just looking very confusing.
It's up.
All right. And
After all, it all belongs to the public record, right?
yeah, it's just information.
It's only right.
I'm gonna make evil characters out of you guys yet.
What are you talking about? I'm playing a chaotic character.
Right? All right, so this is where we're going to call it here for this evening. Thank you all for coming out and dealing with kind of all the stuff that stuff like this. All right, later guys.
Shizuka